Okay. Audios. Ikimaro is kind of hot. That's such a weird comment. How's it going, everybody? I'm seeing where he's got a mysterious voice. I'm trying to remember who some of these people are. I know Minami, Yukimaro, that's Yukimaro. Current Hawk, he's the boy in the mirror. My brain is not coming up with the boy in the mirror. Hello to my 2 viewers. How's it going? I honestly don't know how well I'm gonna do. I wanted to make an odd announcement for what we're going to do after this. Because once we get through this, it's going to be kind of... everything's going to be kind of weird. Hello to my 2 viewers. Everything's going to get kind of weird after this. We're going to be playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Oh, the audio's gonna be bad. Seriously? Okay, we're restarting this. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, the audio fixed itself. There's like a weird half-second delay. But here we are, Chapter 8. So, I managed to get a hold of the first. We're gonna see how things work, but we continue talking under our breaths to try and remain quiet. We looked down at the floor in silence for some time after that. Considering the floor plan, the library is where the basement was. So it was the library, just like the story in the story exposing the rumor. I know where the stairs lead to the basement are. However, I don't know if the basement itself still exists. If the world weren't strange like now, we could just pass through the ground. But we can't do that. Alright. What about the red book spirit? There's a spirit in the library. It might know something about what we're learning. I'll try asking it. I agree, that's a good idea. Check off where Ha's takes us back to the ground. I'm hoping my audio is a bit better on your end, but thank you. Please don't push yourself too hard. If you see the rat, please run away. And what's the point of you keeping watch? I'll at least let you know before running. Sorry. Yes, you're right about that. Thank you. Well, Yui, let's do this. Yui smiled as she nodded and was about to stand up when... Wait. I held her arm. I want you to know I'm sorry for making you remember such terrible things. I doubted this single apology would be any consolation to her, but I felt terrible about all this. Yui, however, seemed unfazed and just smiled back at me. I have you to thank for opening my eyes, for showing me that I had to face the truth. Never forget that. Thank you for being so possible about it. Honestly, I feel like I should be thanking you for making me have a positive outlook. Well, I guess you're very welcome. We laughed together as we headed out the library. Now let's talk to the book. The three of us went out to the hallway and snuck inside the library. The boy said that staying out in the hallway would attract attention, so he'd stay inside and keep out the door to circulate the area. Yuri and I first headed to the area for the entrance to the basement. There were stairs right on the ground. She pointed at the middle of the round table in the center of the library. If it's still there, there should be an open space under the floor. I hopped over to the table and descended to the section. I knocked on the floor, but it didn't sound hollow. Looks like there's a round hatch here, but no handle can move open. Let's try talking to the book spirit for now. I walked with Yui over to a bookshelf where the book was. There it is. I slowly pulled out the book from the shelf and walked deeper into the library. The library was large, and the further we went in, the less likely we were to be overrun. So, that's the red book you mentioned. But it's not reacting to you. That's weird. The last time I touched the book, I immediately started hearing voices from it. I tried my best to listen and heard what sounded like a gently sleepy tweet. Is it sleeping? None of the ghosts I encountered ever seemed to sleep, but maybe spirits have a habit of sleep. I gently patted the book. Oh, book spirit, please wake up. I heard it that time, but it looks like it's still asleep. If I did anything to surprise it, it might set me down with a risk drawing attention to what I have. Book spirit, it's me. Please wake up. Oh, hi, you're... Why are you interrupting me sleep? Sorry, but there's something I need to ask you. What kind of busy book do you know? Make it quick. You're just sleeping. How busy could you be? I made sure not to say it that loud. Thank you very much. I wanted to ask you about the forbidden room that was once among the 7 members of the school. I'm guessing that the entrance to the forbidden room is somewhere in the library, but do you know anything about it? It seems like there's a stairway near the round table in the middle that leads to the basement, but I can't be sure. Ah yes, I know that room well. I see, so the forbidden room is referring to the basement. Then you know about the basement. Once a year, the people of the school a priest would go down to the basement. So it is here. But why do they go down once a year? And why would the priest? Only a guess, but they were probably doing some sort of ceremony to call the spirits. Those railings can be so great. There's a ghost there? Then it's just like crying in the rivers. Most likely, yes. So there's a crying ghost there. Although it wasn't a man-eating demon, it was very close to the room for the room. Do you know how to open the entrance to that basement? I've never got a good look, but I always hear some mechanical noises prior to going down to the basement. Mechanical noises? Which means maybe the sound, like the entrance opening. That was why it looked like a hatch, but with no handle. And perhaps there is some kind of button that controls the entrance. It's clear the school was trying to hide the existence of the basement, but why go to all the trouble of keeping it around? So we need to find the contraption that will open the door then. Yes. I'd advise against that, and catch the wrath of the ghost that has taken up residence there. The wrath, that is. It's a wrath dressed in kimono and with long hair, a rather horrific sight. That description matched the same wrath. Although things were progressing as planned, I felt more fear than joy at the developments. The humans conducted a yearly ceremony to quell her, which is why she so rarely gets herself. When this world transformed, she surfaced immediately, sensing something was wrong. Considering she isn't back yet, you should go and check out while you still can. So that's why we only saw her from time to time. I was speechless. He was spoken to. Now then, if you're quite done here, put me back on the bookshelf. I'm terribly drowsy. Oh, spirit, please, one more question. Where were you when you saw the humans descend in the basement? The round table in the middle was the easiest to see when I was on the shelf right behind it. Thank you for telling us. Please rest well. Oh. If you need anything else, come back when I'm awake. Will you? The book spirit spoke those final words before dozing off on the shelf again. This is bordering on me. After we both breathed out alongside, we started walking toward the round table. I followed her, and she stood in front of the bookshelf behind the table, looking around. What are you doing? I'm looking for blind spots. That spirit mentioned it observed people entering the basement of the bookshelf. Oh, so that's why she asked. You even pointed at something. First, look around the table. There might be a hidden mechanism that opens the stairway to the basement. Got it. The two of us continued searching. Well, looking through the reception desk, we found a locked square box. If there was something in the library that opened the latch, I had a feeling it was there. We searched for the key, but were unable to find it, and instead returned to the library for the time being. Upon arriving at the nurse's office, Greyhound was already waiting for us. We told him what happened in the library, and all split up to go look for the key. There are keys stored in the faculty room. Hi, Indiana! How are you doing today, Doctor? We'll keep your secret for now. This is one of the first times I've played a game like this. Actually, this is the third game I've played like this. How's life been? Busy, I'd assume? Oh, I know my way around the principal's office. I always go in and hang out there when I'm bored. As we were talking... Sorry to interrupt. Okay. What has he got to report? At Currahaw's announcement, we all quieted down. This is about the rat. She's currently trapped inside a mirror. Oh, we managed to trap the mirror! Trap the thing in the mirror. Yay! All three of us were speechless at this unexpected development. I was the first to reply. How? I thought it was impossible to go inside without Fudo's permission. After walking me back to the nurse's office, Hideki told me the rules about the rules of the mirror. So I asked him to try and lock her away. It was perfect timing. Hideki was planning to leave, so he didn't have to oblige. Hold on. Isn't the wrath just going to get angry and activate the person now? We don't have to worry about that. The curse is activated by looking at it. That's why you tried to imprison the wrath, right, Grandma? I looked over at her, and he nodded in response. Which means we can look for the key without worrying about the wrath. Excellent work, Greyhound. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Greyhound. Ghost Report. We then split up and went to look for the key separately. Greyhound and I would check back to the room while you and the boy went to the principal's office. Things seem to be going well at this point. I think I'll be able to make it. I think I'll make it to the faculty room, to the mortal realm in no time. I glanced over at Curry. Knowing the rat was a victim of the incidents erased any connection she may have to Kureha. I wonder how Kureha's feels. I don't know why I have this sword. Perhaps something happened before I died. Perhaps I was the one who killed her. So, interestingly enough, this ties back to the life of the Wrath that we still don't know about. We don't know why they did this. We don't know the whole story of the Wrath. We don't know the full background. I think it's interesting. I wonder if he still had doubts about his connection with the Wrath. I tried to keep calm as Kureha and I headed to the faculty room. We both rummaged through a large key box that contained all sorts of keys for the school. There's a key for the library. I think this is the key to the door, but should we take it with us anyway? Indeed, it might come in handy later. I glanced over at Kureha, who was still looking for the key with a serious expression on his face. He seems fine right now, but... Kureha? When I called his name, Kureha stopped, looking through the various keys. Our gazes met, and I suddenly felt nervous. Does it still bother you? About your memory, I mean. Kureha looked down and began to speak slowly. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't bothering me at all. I still believe that the Wrath and I have some sort of history. After saying that, Kureha looked up toward the ceiling. When I awakened, that sword was in my hand. The blade was wet with blood, and I assumed the worst. That I had killed someone. But since I had no memory of the incident, I continued to search for the truth. Hello to my third viewer, how are you? Maybe I was attacked and stabbed. Someone in self-defense. Or perhaps I was overcome with despair and slit my own stomach. Both of which are possible. Kureha rubbed his hand over his abdomen. It appeared like it was dyed with blood. But that's not how the others saw me. And that's when the rumors about it started. That's when it occurred to me. What if the rumors about Katakata were true all along? Katakata was the serial killer. What if I was the serial killer? You've heard the stories, right? That day after school, the day Sayaka first told me about one of the famous 7 wonders crossed my mind. The sound falls as he seeks his long-forgotten memories. They say that when the walls of the school are stained with blood, he lurks. The sword-wielding bloodthirsty Katakata. He's no bloodthirsty killer. I decided to make up my own story of who Karakata was based on Sayaka's story. Kara's empty gaze turned to me. I was hoping that we would actually finish Chapter 8. As the sun sets, he speaks to the students on the way home from the school. The kind ghost with a sword on his hip. Kara's eyes seemed to waver. It seemed the stories people tell of him and the other 7 wonders of Naramikahama High were filled with mistakes. Katakata. The sound of a sword being dragged as if wanders outwards. I wish I could have turned that day. If I had turned around, Kureha, what would you have said to me? Kureha opened his mouth but quickly closed it and looked away. Then he turned his gaze back to me, looking me straight in the eye. I would have said thank you for your kind words, for your sympathy. He smiled, and I smiled and took Kureha's hand. Honestly, I'm hoping I can finish Chapter 8. Someone who could say such kind words is no killer. Kureha gripped my hand even tighter. Your warmth, it saved me. Thank you. His voice seemed to tremble. I'm glad you understand how wonderful you are. Hello, my third viewer. Welcome in. I'm glad you understand how wonderful you are. You're so... You always say things that make my heart race. You're one to talk. You've made my heart jump so many times before, you know? Did I? I don't remember that at all. Ah, I see. Kureha can be kind of an airhead, but maybe that's what I like about him. As I was thinking, Kureha suddenly turned toward the door. What's the... Kureha placed his finger over his lips and spoke. Who's there? He stared directly at the door. I, too, tensed up and turned to face the door. I gripped Kureha's hand tightly. The handle of the door turned before opening to reveal. Guess you guys caught me. I wasn't trying to but things seemed like they were serious, and it was awkward to come in. Oh, it was just him, thank goodness. The ghost boy! Did something happen? Oh, aha.
なんだったっけな。
What was it again? I
忘れちゃ
forgot.
った。
I'll come back when I remember.
忘れるほどの用事のため
You
に来た
came
のか。
here for something and yet you forgot what it was?
そんなこと言わないでよ。
Don't
玉
say
の
it
休
like
憩
that.
もいいでしょ。それじゃ校長室に戻るね。
So what if I want to take a little break? Well, I'll be heading back to the principal's office now. This is wild. With that, the boy left the room. We should get back to looking for the key. When I tried to let go of Kureha's hand, you refused to let go.
お前に
There's
聞き
something
た
I
いこ
want
と
to
が
ask you. Previously in the
前
mirror,
に鏡の世界で今の少年と話した時。
学校に行けなかったのが
I regret that I couldn't go to school.
だからここはとっても
That's
い
why
い
I
よ。
like it here. I can
勉
take
強を
classes
教わる
here,
ことができ
even
るから
though
俺も
I get annoyed by the fact
進
that I
学でき
can't
たらな
graduate
っ
like the
て
others.
ムカつきはするけど。
I see.
あの会話の最中だけ
During that
お前の
conversation,
様子がどこかおかしかった気がして
something felt off.
気になっていたんだ。
So he saw it too. I saw myself in the same situation as in the mortal realm.
進路のことか。
You mean about your career? I averted my eyes and nodded. I felt envious of him for being so pure and simply wanting to learn.
お前が母親
Yes,
と
I
進
heard
路
you
のこと
mention
で揉
before
めたの
that
は
you
聞い
and
てい
your
るが、
mother had an argument.
そうなった詳しい経緯を
Would you
話して
care
く
to
れない
tell
か。
me what happened?
お前に寄り
I
添い
want to know more
力にな
about
りたい
you.
んだ。
Maybe I can help you in some way. Kureha. Overwhelmed with emotion, I placed my hand over my heart. I sighed and told Kureha what I'd neglected to tell him before, about my father. Oh, are we finally gonna get an explanation of this? I always figured my mother's push for me to go to medical school was because of my late father. He passed away from illness when I was still very young. Even as a child, I saw the toll it took on him. I saw the toll it took on my mother, and it pained me to see her like that. Yet there were times when she would smile, whenever she talked about my father. My father was a very well-known physician. Your father never gave up on patients, even when others did. We said, you should become a doctor like your father. So at the behest of my mother, I decided to go into medical. Actually, I don't think I ever consciously chose to become a doctor. I just wanted to see my mother smile. I don't think I had any real interest in learning medicine. When you tried to tell her over the phone, I nodded and sighed. I want to find my own future, but I was too young, and my feelings complicated things between us. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't part of me that blamed my mother, but this was the path I chose myself. I need to talk with my mother and understand things. So please don't worry. Corral seemed deep in thought, giving me a look of concern. When you heard the Katakara rumor, you showed sympathy for me, despite how dangerous I was really. I believe you're someone who deeply cares for others, but that's why I'm worried about you. I'm worried when you go home and talk to your mother, you might sacrifice your own desires out of consideration for her. You might be right. Perhaps, if you hadn't said that to me just now, I might never have realized it. Things might have happened exactly the way you worried about. I held Kureha's hand tight and tried to smile. Hello to all three viewers. How are you? We're hopping all over the place with viewers, so thank you, Kureha. He sighed deeply and flashed me a relieved smile. Well, I certainly hope that's the case. I need to pull myself together, otherwise you'll keep worrying about me, even after we return to the mortal realm. With that, Kureha's eyes widened slightly. It may help me cross over. May even help me cross over. Isn't there kind of a worry for her about him crossing over? That it may make things more complicated for her. What was that? No, it's nothing. We resumed our search for the key, this time rummaging through the teacher's desks instead of just the keyboards. Finding nothing, we were about to return to the nurse's office. I found this while looking for the key. Kara handed me a blank career screen. Why are you doing this? When you return to the mortal realm and are ready to face your issues, we'll need that. Okay, we're back and forth and hopping around with three viewers. I don't know what's going on. I put my prayers in this sheet. I know you'll be okay. Your prayers? I pray that when you write your future on the sheet, that you could write your heart. Even in this dark space, you stay strong. I have no doubt you'll be able to solve whatever problems you may have in the future. That's why I know it will turn out fine. It was clear for how worried about the future. And it makes me so happy. Printout had such terrible memories associated with it in the mortal realm, but now thanks to him it carried a more positive. Thank you. I took the survey and held it close to my heart. I will find my answer and pack it away. After that, After I said that, Kureha gently patted my head. It felt so nice. I wished he would keep doing it. But I have to focus on recording. My feelings were big. But when I returned home and wrote on the sheet, he wouldn't be there. Even if he were, I couldn't see or feel him. Could I really leave Kureha behind and find a way to smile at him? What would Kureha think when we had to part? After walking back to the nurse's office, we saw you exiting the library.
遅かったじゃない。
You're
ずっと
late.
待っていた
We
の。
were waiting for you. Huh? What do you mean?
聞いていないの？
Didn't you hear?
あの少年に
I
呼
had
び
that
に
boy
行ってもら
call
った
for
の
you
だ
to
けど。
come back to the library. Kureha and I exchanged confused glances. The boy did visit us earlier. Did he forget to mention this? It seemed odd he would forget something like
まあ
this.
いいわ。
Whatever.
こちらで成果があったの
We
よ。
managed to get some results on our end. Did you find the
ね
key?
厳
Yes,
重に
it
保
was
管さ
locked
れ
up
ていたわ。
securely.
今、
Then we checked
地
to
下
see
室
if
で
it
つな
leads
がる
down
入
to
り
the
口が開
basement.
くから、それで。
And it did. Oh, that's great. Thank you for finding it. Just as relief was shown, I felt a dull pain throbbing in my head.
それなら早速行こ
We should get going. Is the boy
う。あの少
already
年
in
は
the
地下
basement?
にいるか。
Oh, this is bad.
それが、あなたたちを呼びに行ったの。
He went to get you and hasn't come back yet. My head, it hurts. I couldn't remain standing, and I felt... She blacks out. My consciousness slipped away, and then and there. Misa, are you okay?
起きたのか。俺の声が聞こえるか。
Huh? When did I fall asleep? I'm glad you're
見
awake.
れてよかった。
As I began to recall what happened, my mind slowly started to clear. That's right, I fainted. I slowly sat up, assisted by Kureha. I'm sorry, I can't believe I passed out like that.
謝らなくていい。
There's no need to apologize. How are you feeling now? Much better after getting some rest. I think I was just exhausted.
悪霊の仕業か
At
ヒヤヒヤ
first
し
I
て
was
る。
worried it was the laugh, but maybe it's the air here. It sure seems that way. I can tell my body was strained. Though I tried to reassure Kureha I was fine, that wasn't exactly true. My whole body felt sluggish. But if Kureha finds out, he'll just worry again. I decided to keep this feeling to myself, but when I tried to get out of bed, Kureha held my shoulders down.
まだ顔色が悪い。
You
も
still
う少
look
し
pale.
休んだ方がいい。
You should just rest up for now. I don't want you overexerting yourself. He noticed. I understand, but I'm not feeling sleepy anymore. So how about we have a little chat together?
そういう願いなら、
If that is what you wish, then I have no reason to refuse. Thank you.
俺のためにも、もうベッドから出ようとしないでくれ。
Stay in bed.
ユイ
Otherwise,
に怒られてしまう。
you give me a real earful. Hello to my third viewer. Huh?
無理にでも休ませておいて。
She made me promise that I'd force you to rest. Just thinking back on the icy days she gave. When she said it, gives me shivers. Kureha chuckled, mimicking a shiver as he spoke. That sounds like you.
ユイが怖いのは
Yui always gets scary whenever it comes to me. Huh? Really? By the way, where is Yui now?
自身のやるべきことをしに
She's working on something on her own. Soon after you collapsed, we encountered another rat.
別の
Another rat?
以前食堂であった
Do you remember the ghost in the cafeteria?
カニおろし事件の被
The
害者
victim of the divine invocation incident, who was hostile towards Yui. It seems she turned into a rat. Oh, that's nice. I instantly knew it was the same rat I met when I was with Hibiki. Hello to my second viewer. Oh. I remember. Yuri must be distraught to me. She turned into a rat. She probably felt responsible.
ユイなら大丈夫だ
Yui will be
最
fine.
初の
I
時は
sense
比
powerful
べ物にならない
determination in
ほど
her
の
now.
光を
Quite
人に
different
宿
from
して
when
い
I
た
first met her.
お前に鍛えられたとい
She
う
mentioned she's learned a lot from you. I see. You're right. I'm sure she'll be okay. I had noticed a change in you too. I shouldn't worry so much. I should trust that Yui knows what she's doing.
実は
Yui also said something else. She told me that protecting me is important,
お前を
but
守
that I
る
mustn't fall in love.
恋
She said that?
俺がお前の帰り道を妨げるのを心配してのことだ
She was worried it might impact your ability to return home. I wasn't sure if I believed that. I knew Kuriha saw me differently, but neither of us had openly expressed our feelings to each other. Surely we'd be able to part ways without doing so. But is that the way it should be? I think it's interesting now she's starting to question everything.
聞くが俺は
I must ask, I'm not interfering with your desire to return. I hadn't expected him to continue with this topic. To interfere. I couldn't bring myself to say anything else. Was it even right to say anything else?
お前に言わせようとす
It's
るなら
cowardly of me to make you say it.
俺も育児がないな
Hello, viewer. Kuriha,
ミサ
Misa,
よく聞いて
please
ほし
listen.
い
My heart jumped when he looked at me.
俺は
I had
お前を
feelings.
好いてい
Oh,
て
I knew he had feelings for me. Finally, he spoke the words I thought he'd never say. I'd given up on that he would ever say them. Confusion and joy intertwined, making me unable to
だ
answer.
が
The
聖
paths
女
we
と
walk
死
are
者とでは
different, living
歩
and
む
dead.
道が違う
I know we can never be together.
結ばれない関係だ同じ思いでも
Even if you feel the same way about me, there's
俺
just
は
no
お前
way.
の姿を見ていられるが
I know that.
お前の
Although
目
I
には
can see
俺が映らない
you, your eyes will never again meet mine. Wait, he's not saying goodbye to me now, is he?
どうあっても良好な
Well,
関係は築けず
we'll never be able to have a
お前を
relationship,
悲しま
and
せる
that
結果
brings
となる
me nothing but sadness. No, please. feelings for you too. I care about you too, so, I blurted the words out so impulsively, I was at a loss for what to say next. Still flustered, I felt Kureha's hand brush against my cheek.
ありがとう。
I'm
同
so
じ
glad
気持
you
ちでいて
shared
くれて。
your feelings. It's one of those things. We're almost at the end of chapter 8. We're gonna go ahead and finish this chapter. Wait, please. I don't want to say goodbye just yet.
わかる
Goodbye. Wasn't that what you were building up to?
なるほど。
I see.
勘違いさせてしまったか。不可能かもしれないが、
I realize it may
それ
not
で
be
も
possible,
一緒にいられる道を
but I
探して
want
み
us
な
to
い
try and
か
find a way to
と
together.
相談する
That's
つ
what I
も
wanted
りで
to
いたんだ。
discuss with you. Oh, is this hoping we can get the heavenly route? You should have led with that. The words came out harshly, but Kureha merely laughed, amused by my reaction. After that, we discussed how we might be able to stay together.
俺としては
For me,
お前に
it's
俺
about
が見
making
えるよ
sure
うに
you
なれば
can
いいん
still
だ
see
が
me.
互いに認識できていれば
If we could see each
たとえ
other
触れ
even
られなく
without
と
being
も
able
寂
to
しくない
touch, it won't be so lonely. True, it would be a shame if we couldn't touch. But it was better than nothing. Right. Oh, maybe dizziness and headache. Not again.
どうしたんだ
What's
まさか
wrong?
また
Is your
頭痛
headache
が
back? I think I need to get some sleep. Kureha tucked me into bed and covered me with a blanket.
すまない
I'm
興奮
sorry.
するあ
My
まりお
excitement
前
felt
を気
better.
遣えないんだ
I wasn't being very
本当に
considerate of
申し
your
訳ない
condition. Please don't say that. You're the reason I've been able to stay sane this whole time. Your love gives me peace. Okay, this is
それなら
this is
寝てい
getting
る間
cute.
もお前に愛を注ごう
Then I'll keep sending love even as you sleep. Kureha gently stroked my head as he spoke.
おやすみミサまた後でな
Okay. Yes, good night. As I drifted off, a strange mix of urgency, of peace and urgency filled me. The headache returning. So soon was I. Could it be the curse was accelerating? I feared my time was running out. When I woke up, I expected him to be there. Kureha, but he was gone. I opened the curtains, searching for the nurse's office, but he was nowhere to be found. Instead,
起きたんだね。も
oh,
う
you're awake?
大丈夫。
Are you okay? Ah, I'm sorry for resting so long, but I'm fine now, thank you. Do you know her very well?
俺にあんたを
He
任
left
せ
and
て
asked
出
me
て
to
行った
watch
よ。
over you. I saw him head
図
towards
書
the
室に
library.
入っていく
I
の
think
に
he's in the basement.
地下室にいるのかも。
Huh? Why would he be there? Back to 3 years. Thank you. I'd better follow him. I quickly thanked him and hurried out of the nurse's office.
ごめんね。
Oh, that's absolutely wild. I think I know him. That is a wild thing for him to say. Because it was the start of I'm sorry. No, it's the end of I'm sorry. I thought I heard the boy say something as I left, but I didn't have the time to turn around and ask him. I reached the library and rushed over to the round table. There, in the table's center, was a gap with an open hatch heading down. It looked like stairs, but darkness veiled the view. For a moment I hesitated. I need to be brave. Kureha is down there. With resolve, I steeled myself and began descending down the stairs. Initially, I thought the stairs were too dark to go down, but a faint light guided me to their base. Kureha, I called out to him, hoping he'd hear me, yet the darkness gave no reply. Is he really down here? As I neared the light, I emerged into a small open area. Kureha, I froze in front of an ominous altar. In front of an ominous altar stood Kureha, silent and still. Why did you come here alone? That's reckless. I was so worried when I woke up. No, something's not right. There was no color in Kureha's eyes. It was as though he didn't see me. He was lost in some kind of daze. Kureha, what's wrong? What did I do? The phrase sounded eerily familiar.
もしも一
Because
度でも
if
振り向
you
いて
turn
しま
around,
ったら
Katakata might ask you, what have I done? Oh, this is gonna be dark. What did I do? No, that really wasn't true. Kureha, please get hold of yourself. I reached for his arm. His gaze stayed vacant, fixed on something distant. What was I doing? It seems Kureha recognizes this place. Then it hit me. His memory. Could this be the place holding the memories of how Kureha died? Is there a reason you came here? Kureha didn't reply, his eyes still wandering. He's lost. I should get him out of here. I tugged on Kureha's arm, preparing to leave.
ひなぎくその名前に覚えはない
Does that mean ring a
お
bell?
兄さん
Oh! From the darkness appeared the young boy from the floor. Hinagaku. Hinagiku? What is he talking about? No response, I see. Shame on you
ひどい兄貴がいたもんだ
for getting your sister's
妹の名前も忘れちゃう
What are you talking
も
about? Oh. Kureha, unresponsive until now, seemed to react to that one.
そう
Yes.
妹お兄さんは妹のひなぎくちゃんを助け月神
You
家を仕
stormed
掛
the
けてきた
Sukigami estate trying to save your sister. Hinagiku.
屋敷でひなぎくちゃんを探してたどり着いたんだこの地下祭壇
You searched the mansion for Hinagiku and ended up at this underground altar. He knows Kureha's story. He knows how Kureha lost his memory. He knows Kureha's lost memories. Kureha. Kureha collapsed, his head in his hands. I rushed to his side to help him up. Please, he's confused. Please give him a moment.
今じゃなきゃいけないな
No, it has to be now, while you're still here. Oh, is he gonna do a soul transference?
あんたがそばにいたら
With you by his side,
クレハさんは記
Kureha
憶を
might
取り戻
not
して
turn
も
into a rat.
悪霊化しないかもしれないちゃんと記憶を受け止めて
He may be able to
正気を保っていられるかもしれないんだ
past. Why would he become a rat? regains his
あの
memories.
時
Back then,
月神家で
something
起き
on
た
this
事実を前にして悪霊化仕掛けたから
Kureha nearly became a rat. Kureha almost turned into a rat. Yeah, we kind of knew this. I could hardly believe. It's time,
兄さ
brother.
ん
Remember everything.
そろそろ
Up
思い
to
出
the
してよ
very end. Something tells me he was stabbed.
妹のひなぎくちゃんが
We watched from right
月
here
神
as
功に
your sister.
首を切られたのをさあんた
Oh.
目の前で見てたでしょ
Now we know what happened to the sister. No. The sister. Hinakiku, she was murdered on this very spot. And Kureha saw it happen. I started to feel nauseous.
くい月神功よくもひなぎくを
With that, Kureha reached for his sword. Kureha. I held his arm right as he grabbed his sword. He's turning into a rat. The wrath in this world always filled my heart. The wraths in this world always filled my heart with fear. But seeing someone I cared about turning into one brought a whole new kind of fear. Kureha. I tried to pull his arm as hard as I could, but Kureha continued to draw his sword. I had no choice but to jump on him. Please snap out of it. Don't do this. The fear that Kureha might turn his sword on me lingered, but my concern for him outweighed it. Then I felt something warm emanating from the pocket of my arm. The colorful flower petals. Are they having some effect right now? Encouraged by the petals' warm glow, I continued calling out to him.
殺してやる殺してやる殺してやるひなぎくと同じ目に
Look at me.
ひなぎくを殺したこの刀であいつを月神功を
Kureha, please, hear me. Despite my cries, my voice seemed not to reach him. What should I do now? Please let me be close to you. Then I thought I heard a voice.
お前はカラカラさんの噂話を聞
When
い
you
た時
heard the Karakara rumor,
恐ろしい怪異である俺に
you showed
寄り
sympathy
添うよ
for
う
me,
な言葉をくれた温かい
despite
言
how
葉を
dangerous I was rumored to be. So Friday we're gonna go ahead and finish this game, and then we'll just roll into Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Please let me be close to you. Show me your memories. Reaching out, I gently touched his skin, hoping my warmth could convey my emotions. I needed him to feel this warmth, to understand my love and concern for him. I love you, Kureha. I don't want to lose you. I don't want you to lose yourself. As I brushed against his cold lips, a rush of memories flooded into my mind. Oh, now we'll get to see his memories. One day, my sister Hinagiku, the only family I had left, disappeared. The Tsukigami estate. Hinagiku worked there, and I would visit her every day. But that day, no matter how long I waited at the mansion's gates, she never appeared. When I inquired with the rest of the staff, they simply told me she never arrived, which meant Hinagiko was missing. Police investigations were limited in those days. Knowing I couldn't count on them, I resolved to find Hinagiko on my own. Days passed without a trace of her. With nowhere else to go, I once again headed to Tsukigami Estate. The estate seemed empty, gates locked, suggesting the staff was gone. Then I remembered the events before Hinagiko's disappearance. Yui Tsukigami also vanished, and Isa Tsukigami had gone mad, shutting himself off from the rest of the world. The fact that Hinagiko had gone missing at the same time, it all felt too coincidental. Compelled by my suspicion, I wrote the conclusion. Unlike the extravagant exterior, the inside was cluttered, floating and dull in the atmosphere. I entered a room resembling a study and found a number of frightening materials scattered throughout the room. The nation of gods, spirited away legends, sacrificial ceremonies, in addition to the strange materials from mountains upon mountains of handwritten notes. I wondered if the head of the household, Isa Tsukigami, believed his daughter was spirited away. At least, that was the way it seemed. When I left the room, I heard a trembling sound, followed by a terrible scream. Boom. My body tensed up, and I started searching for some kind of weapon. Oh, this is how I got the katana. I noticed the sword hung on the wall, and took it with me before going to the source of the voices. When I arrived there, what I saw before me disgusted me. Hinagiko was placed on an altar with her hands and legs tied up. Next to her was Isa Tsukigami. What are you doing? My voice trembled with rage. Hinagiko looked up, as though she'd been tortured. Her face was completely swollen. You've interfered with the ritual. Get away from her. I drew the sword and ran toward Isa Tsukigami. Before I could reach him, a bullet pierced my gut. I crawled over to the sword I brought with me, but Isa Tsukigami got to it first. He had Hinagiko sit atop the altar. I offer you the blood of this girl. At that moment, I thought of all the strange things I'd seen in the library before. Stop. With Hinagiko shaking, Isa Tsukigami slid the sword across her neck. Now we know why he went mad. And right in front of me. Her voice gargled with blood. In that moment, I lost the last member of my family. My sister, Hinagiko, was gone. And so my life also ended there as well. And that is the end of Chapter 8. We will start Chapter 9 Come on. Save. Chapter 9 is going to be fairly straightforward. There isn't a lot to it, and it's going to be relatively short, but we're going to save here, and let's see. Where do we have to raid? We'll raid tonight. Vivi Leandra. I've got Pippa. I think we'll go to Grammy. I think Grammy would be a safe option. So we'll go to raid Grammy, and then I will see you next time.
Clovis in nature. Finding Clovis artifacts here means that people have been coming to Mount Greylock since at least 11,000 BCE.
Oh.
But that's not all, no. There are artifacts I found that could potentially be from even earlier. Paleo-American cultures that we have yet to
We're gonna stop here, and I'm gonna raid Grimmy.
There were artifacts and writings left by the cultures that were
And then I will see you.
Transoceanic contact prior to Columbus reaching the Americas has always been largely a theory,
Oh,
but the artifacts in this mountain, they prove it. Ancient Chinese, Arabic, Indian...
there's 13 seconds left in the ad. I'll let the ad finish.
Even ancient Greek and Egyptian are findings that they alone would change world history as we know it today. I'll admit, the anthropologist in me was thrilled. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured it had to be a hoax, but I'm confident that
Manifestation
it's
of
all authentic. But my excitement was soon replaced with a looming fear and anxiety.
What? Why? It's not like I'm going to an 18 plus stream. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. House of Ashes. Okay, we may do Sean.
I have read a few of them, but I was never a fan. A bit fucking crazy.
Something really fucking nasty went down here.
Unable to raid. Why am I blocked from raiding? Okay, I guess we'll try Fluffy. At least I know Fluffy should go in. Okay, I can read Fluffy. Have a good night.
Yeah. Fucking damn it. No, he didn't make it. Hello, City Warrior. How are you?